leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. Everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, this is going to be a hard group to beat.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Hurts now. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And that will lead to a second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, it'll go down as a loss of 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, Hurts. Well, he needed to get rid of that one, but he holds on. It'll lose yardage. It'll be credited as a sack. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Last week's performance, Mike, probably when you go back and look at it, the thing that stands out the most is just a little bit too inconsistent for their liking. I mean, he found a way to ultimately lead his team to a victory, and that's the biggest thing. But with that said, he has to do a better job of keeping the ball from getting into the wrong hands. He got at times, and they made him pay for it. If he does that here today, he might not get so lucky.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
His drive will start on the ground, and it's a short pickup to about the 42. Nolan Smith makes the tackle. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Now give on the ground, and he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here comes third and 6. To throw, Hurts. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's his third touchdown on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready to take over for their second possession. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back first and 10. Powerful running there. Stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now Daniels. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Commander's first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Up the middle they go. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. He'll send a tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. That's good for 27 and a first down. Daniels going to keep this himself. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
He'll try to run for it. And he's into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. That one pulled in by Brown. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Hurts. Crazy. That's over the middle and caught by Smith.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. 3rd and long. Hurts to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They have had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to about the 28-yard line. Hook them up on a 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Washington. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. To throw is Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. A pistol snap back to Hurts. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after 1, it's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's Braden Mann now, and he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. Whoa, and not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. First and 10. A tight end in motion now. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. They send the tight end in motion. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. They'll stay on the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Daniels. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Eagles offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. It's like a design run. Hurts has it. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
And you can tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Davis going in motion. Hurts now on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, Daniels. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on 1st down. He works free, right side. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Washington. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, as been the case this entire 1st half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss. Here's 3rd and 7.
Hurts working in the pistol. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
The Commanders' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line, he's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? They put a receiver in motion to the left. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. They'll stick with him again. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6. Mark it at the 31. 3rd and long. They'll throw with Daniels. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Here's their punter now. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. This one brought in by Brown. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The man in motion is Watson. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 17.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards away. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And that one, a 6-point game, 13-7 at the half. Drake May, a touchdown pass in that first half. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they trail the visiting Bills in that ball game at halftime. James Cook, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. 3 touchdown passes there for Jordan Love. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. To throw is Daniels. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The man in motion is Watson. Daniels to throw on second down. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
He's got a man. That's Watson. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Washington.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards. Slot man in motion left. On second down, it's Daniels. Got his man at the 6. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Really nice throw there.
Nick Sirianni thought about it, and he wants another look. He has
Previous
thrown
play
the
is under
challenge
review.
flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So a smart decision on the defensive side to use the challenge here. This winds up as an incomplete pass. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. They'll try and run for it. And it's going to be a Commanders, and he's going to have the Jets. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now a run on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Here's Daniels. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
The Commanders going to send out their field goal unit. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. His drive will start on the ground. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack. And we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got room at the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Now it's Hurts. High throw, but it's reeled in. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. A toss left side caught by his running back. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. His kick is perfect. And the Eagles will cut into that lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now he'll try to keep it going. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. The tight end motioning left here. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Positionless players. That's what these defensive coaches are searching for. I mean, take this guy. He's listed as a safety on the depth chart, Mike, but he's really a Swiss Army knife. They line him up and use him in a lot of different ways, and boy, has he come through. A pick earlier in the game, and now a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels taking off. He'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. Davis to return it. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes when you're having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball, and that could be a variety of ways. Throwing it downfield, screen passes, swing passes. Just get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and open things up.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Van Sinnott was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Daniels now going to look to throw. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective. Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. That is caught in the end zone, but hold everything. There is a flag in the backfield. I think this one's coming back.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. Now Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Commanders going to send out their field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Open man is Davis. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. To throw, Hurts. That'll be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Commanders' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. There he goes, inside the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Commanders. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So now this team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Hurts. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Now, someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. So, instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. Man in motion is Brown. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's got this one complete to Goddard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Again, Hurts. He keeps it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down. When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Man in motion is Brown. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That caught by Davis. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. So it'll bring up 4th down. To throw is Hurts. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
To the ground, a first down run. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Has some room inside the 30. And he'll be taken down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You really your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Depending on the situation, down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. Now a give up the middle, and he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. 3rd and 5. They'll send a tight end in motion. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Washington.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.